You must stop doing this now as if your life depends on it. Because it does. You know what happens when you assume? Do you know what happens when you assume? You know, the people of the world, they have lived under a construct for so long. And the only way that you can have this new experience that you've been waiting for, there's so many people across the world that are tuned into this type of information. You must stop doing this right now as if your life depends on it, because it literally does. And in this podcast, I'll be breaking down order of operations, how you finally can shift, how you could finally get out of that loop, that negative timeline that you're on. Many people, they look out on mainstream media, they see the clowns of social media, and they say to themselves, wow, I got to get out of clown world. And the problem is they don't understand how life actually works. And I'm going to teach you how life actually works today. And when you apply this the proper way and you stop doing this, and I know it's very difficult. It's going to be very difficult for those that are really, if you really want to take this journey, this is the talk that you need, and you're going to have all the information to move forward. Because if you cannot stop assuming, you will never break free. If you, hi, I'm talking right to you. If you cannot stop assuming, you will never break free. So you must stop doing this as if your life depends on you. You see, in the background, there is a hum that overrides everything that you do in your life. In the background, it's running all day long. And this hum that's running in the background are your assumptions. And if you cannot stop assuming certain things, which we're going to get into, your life will never change. So upon this checkpoint, this is a check. So the way that this reality works, it's going to give you checkpoints, and it's going to give you resistance on purpose. I know there's a lot of people, you're on this chat right now, and you're saying, this world was supposed to get better, but it seems like it's getting worse. How many people? You could raise your hand. Okay, Meg writes giggles, right? It's true though. How many people right now in this, you said, this world was, my life was supposed to get better, but everything got so crazy. It actually got worse, and I'm starting to see more of the stuff that we used to see in the past. Don't worry, your high commander is going to teach you everything that you need to know. I'm so grateful for everyone coming on the podcast. You're listening on YouTube and YouTube Music. I'm so grateful if you hit the like button. It pushes this video out to others. In the background, there is assumptions that are constantly sabotaging. They are overriding everything that you physically do to change your reality. And the way that this matrix construct that we do live in, there's an order of operations. You might not hear this information anywhere else, so pay attention. And there are laws, right? And the law of assumption overrides everything else. Some people go out on social media and they say, I see all this information on the law of attraction. I'm gonna have this new reality. I'm gonna do the vision boards. I'm gonna do all these things. And again, the law of attraction is valid. But there's order of operations to the laws of the universe, and the law of assumption will always override anything that you physically do for the law of attraction. People will go out in the world and they'll spend all this money on the classes and the law of attractions and the books and again, it is good and it's going to get you certain things, but certain laws or certain things are more important. It overrides other laws of the universe. You know, if I don't know, let's say there's a stop sign, right, or a red light, and you know, that's the law. You don't want to blow the stop sign. You don't want to blow the red light. But if there's you see a disaster, you see someone, you know, driving recklessly, they're going to smash into you. You're going to have to blow that stop sign. So I'm just utilizing this as a tool. There are certain things when your life is on the line, you don't just sit there and get eviscerated. You're going to have to just blow the stop sign or go through the red light. So I'm just saying, like this, it is laws of the universe. Right? We don't want to go out and you know, blow the red light because we're speeding and stuff like that. But there comes times where there's danger. There's danger, and we must get. And if you just sit there and say, well, the light didn't change yet, and then the guy smashes it because you know maybe he's recklessly driving. You see what's coming on around. So you have to listen to this lesson today because there are certain laws. And you must understand that we live in a quantum reality, and in the quantum physics world, it is the law of assumption above all else. If you cannot stop assuming, listen, we all go through this. Because the familiar past, we assume that, oh, it's going to happen again. And that's why there are people that constantly loop their life. And they can't get out of they don't let you out of here. They don't let you out, right? You're in an echo chamber. In the world right now, a lot of what I'm sharing is very important for the community of the whole world, because people will change their life, ascend to a higher version, manifest, quantum shift timelines, but then there's the chaos of the world that's all happening right now. So there are many points. There are checkpoints and resistance points that are woven into the universe, that are woven into the reality. And you say to yourself, why is the universe testing me? You're saying to yourself, why is my life falling apart? When you start to see the exact opposite, when you start to see your life start to fall apart, it starts to implode. You're seeing negative, you're seeing the opposite. This is because it is to affect your nervous system. And when people don't know this, they can't stop assuming. The message today is it could help 1 million lives today. You have to understand this information. You must decide. And upon the moment that you decide, that is the quantum shift. Upon that moment, I decide I want to have, you know, wealth, abundance, and I'm going to give you real life things that you could apply at the end of this lesson. I want to have this beautiful, equally yoked relationship, unconditional love relationship, wealth, generational wealth. Because it's not about greed, it's about the nervous system feeling safe. That is the underlying thing. All of a sudden you're looking at the bank account. Unconditional love, not to just have somebody, just some fluff in your home. You don't have that here, okay? Once you decide, your perception changes. So now it's going to be right in your face. And you're going to see the negative or the opposite of certain things. And this is to activate your reticular activating system, or your RAS in the brain. And all of a sudden you're going out in the world and you see, you guys, I'm looking for this type of car. And then all of a sudden you see that red car, or whatever. I'm wearing a red shirt today, right? Whatever. All of a sudden, you never saw these red cars before, and then all of a sudden, you see it everywhere you go, right? Has that ever happened to you? So that's an everyday life example of the reticular activating system. Chevy, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. Knowledge drop at the perfect time for what I'm struggling with. Grateful God synchronized me with a spiritual coach like Commander Mike. I'm so grateful for the super chat. I love you so much, Chevy. Thank you for being here. Now you have to start looking for change. Well, now I want this new level of abundance, and now you start going out and you're looking for certain things. Now I want an equally yoked girl or guy, right? And now you're looking out for, I'm looking for these things. And your reticular activating system is picking up the total opposite. And now you might get caught in a loop. See, this loop, it's going to get over and over but why? Because it's safe. But why is it getting worse? It's not really getting worse because you got to get stretched. You got to work out. Do you like the pump? You got to work out. You got to work out. You got to work out your nervous system. You got to work out your consciousness. Heavenly Sunlight, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, teacher, brother, and friend, for giving us awareness of these things needed to operate in the I am. Beautiful, Heavenly Sunlight. Thank you for that. I'm grateful for the support. If you cannot stop assuming now, I'm telling you, it's going to get worse. When you look in the world right now, and everyone's saying it was supposed to get better. It was supposed to get better. A lot of people complain on Facebook, right? We see what's going on, and you see more false idols. You see more fake social media influencers. You see more stuff on TV, right? You see more. I thought it was supposed to get better. Resistance. So when you go to the gym, you're going to add more resistance weights in order to build better muscles and stronger muscles. You got to have more resistance. Your nervous system needs to be strengthened. Your nervous system, ready? Your nervous system needs to be stretched in the direction for what you want to hold more. You ever hear of neuroplasticity? Well, we could actually be stretched, right? You need the neural pathways in the brain. When you hear neuroplasticity, be stretched. We have to be stretched to our breaking point. And that's where the Heinrich metamorphosis is. And it's like, oh my God. So if you assume that this is real, if you assume that this is not how the universe works, that your life is actually falling apart, like those clowns that just showed up, sometimes NPCs will show up and the universe goes, send in the clowns, and they are just actresses. They are just actors, and you see them, right? And it's interesting on my journey to meet up with people, and they were able to articulate to me that they saw the clowns, they saw the NPC show up. And I wanted to have this, and I wanted to have this relationship, and all of a sudden you see a whole show being put on before you. And if you're new to this and you think this is strange, you might as well click subscribe, because this is the path, and this is the matrix reality that we're in. You have to strengthen the nervous system for a period of time. There is an increase of intensity of the old patterns. This is done on purpose. And you have to be strength. So if there was a weight that you lifted in the gym and you know, you're struggling to do it, or maybe you have to do like a dip or pull up. And then eventually you could do, you know, you can't even do one, you could do two, then you could do more, right? You can't lift you can't curl the 35 pounds, but you start with the 25 pounds, and then you go to the 30, and then you go to the 35-pound dumbbells. So going through the changes in your everyday life right now, this is happening. If you assume that it's going to constantly happen, if you can't stop assumption, if you don't have the program that everything is working out for me, that these things are, it's literally, it's not real. It's not real. I know some people can't get that concept down. It's totally not real. And if you engage with the clowns, if you engage with the show, the universe put on a whole show for you, for all of us, according to what is, and it's going to get down to the nitty gritty. Like, there are certain things on the map, maybe, you know, that are more wide, that we all, you know, something is, because we all kind of grew up in this, money is hard to get, or something like that, right? That was a program that was given to you. But then there are specific things that are very specific to you. So there are general things in life. That's something that a lot of people were told. Maybe you were younger, say money's hard to come by, you know, so this and that and the other thing. But if it's just like you're a generator of wealth, right? So that's an everyday life example that you could latch on to. You must hold the frequency for a sustained period of time. You must hold this new belief even when the current reality has not reflected it yet. You look for the numbers, you look for the person, you look for this, you're looking in the outer world, which is not real, it's a hologram. You must hold the belief even if the current reality has not reflected it back to you. Sometimes in life, it really happens on a delay. And there were certain things that, say, like, you might have wanted to manifest, and then it comes back to you. Then you were already like, you saw something even different. You say, wow, I want this instead. But then you're seeing your previous quote unquote manifestation, or what you were putting out, then it shows up. So these are certain signs to help guide you on your evolutionary journey, because we are evolving. So this is an intensity like never before. And if you can't stop assuming, you won't break free. When you hold the new belief, even when the reality refuses to reflect it back, the spiritual aspect of to wrestle with God. God wants to release these things to you. But these are the tests, but it's not the test of denial. It is the stretching of the nervous system. And it is the requirement of changing the belief and holding the belief, and not assuming that it is going to continue to loop again. Even though you see the exact opposite, if you cannot break free of that assumption, the law of assumption, if you assume, and if you continuously assume that the world is rigged, all guys are the same, right? Every girl is a parasite, right? Whatever it is. Then that is the loop. You're going to keep attracting those narcissists. You're going to keep getting into situations where your money is draining out the door. But the change happens when the assumption, when the assumption changes, because you can't law of attraction these things into your life. We're talking permanent change. See, we've all been living at a level, and maybe you had up here, right? And then you never really, and you also have like a, you know, a lot of people talk about the ceiling, but we also have a floor too. Sometimes in life, we're always looking to the negative or looking to the next thing, but wow, look at all the things. Number one, we have to stop. We have to stop. Let's take a moment to stop. And we have to look and be appreciative. I understand we're getting tired of the level that we're on in life. But what have we accomplished in life? How much have we changed? Living in peace. We've done it. And the gratitude that you have, and taking a minute to stop. Taking a minute to stop to say, wow, you know, I'm sitting on the beach for sunset in my freedom while others are not free. And that gives us that gives us that wow, we've done it, because we're always in our mind. When you keep, then you're in an echo chamber and you're looking towards that next step that hasn't physically, you know, say manifested. You're not physically seeing it in the reality. But what are the things that you're seeing in the reality? What are the things that you see in reality? Aluk Ahmed, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. I love you. What are the things that we have seen? And what are the assumptions that are running in the background? So when you take, say, something like the law of attraction, and you want to physically do stuff, and you want to make a vision board, and you want to do these things, and you could do these things, and they work. But they are only going to work, ladies and gentlemen, in that level that you've been on. If you want to achieve a new level, some people use the term, and I've heard it many times, new levels, new devils. Okay, but let's not think about, and it, you know, that is, you know, a kind of a thing. There are new things that are going to pop up, because now, ready? Now that quote unquote new devil is that thing that is in your reticular activating system that you're now. Why am I always seeing this, right? I didn't see this. I wasn't dealing with this before. I didn't deal with this the last time I had to level up. So that concept, these are the spiritual concepts that are part of your quantum reality. And if you understand these scientific concepts, and you're going to get back to that nervous system that has to stay calm, and you say, oh my God, now I understand what's happening. And you also have to realize, if you go more, if you say, oh, I'm gonna take more classes, I'm gonna latch on to more gurus, I'm gonna do more retreats, I'm gonna do more meditation, right? And again, I'm not saying that any of these things, some people don't hear the deep teachings that I'm giving, right? I'm going to go to a different person to pull tarot cards for me. I'm going to buy more crystals. I'm just giving you the answer. That's why it is the embodiment. The law of assumption can never be denied, because it's the background. It's what's running in it's that hum that's running in the background of your brain. It's that hum that's running in the background when that head hits the pillow at night. And that is where you dwell. That is your base. So this is called the baseline frequency. This is called the baseline frequency. If you cannot stop assuming negativity, if you cannot stop, oh well, this is just how it is. How many people have said that? Or maybe you watch other people. You could sit back and watch. Sometimes we have to watch other people struggle for years. Sometimes we have to watch other people implode. Well, this is just how it is. Well, here it comes again. And that self-talk and that assumption is the law of assumption, which is the top priority. And if you can't stop assuming it, this is just the answer, that breakthrough will never happen. Like your life depends on it. Because it does. If the new belief is not reflected back to you, you must become non-negotiable. And if you're a spiritual man, you are to wrestle with God. And you don't budge from it. Because just like any great father, you will be tested. Make sure. Do you think a very great father is going to, here's the 11-year-old, here's the keys to the car, go out and have, no, you're going to get hurt. You're not prepared for these things. So the universe is testing you. God is testing you. And that's why you see something that is going to represent the opposite of where you're going. Because it is stretching your nervous system like never before. And it is aggravating like never before. If you are here right now, I'm giving you this. If you cannot hold your attention, you understand what I'm saying? If you can, and this is the modern society. If you're a person, you say, wow, I could digest this. I could do something day. Heck, I could do this all day. If you could do it all day long, I could do this all day, all night long, baby. Right? If you have that attitude, if you are able to focus your attention, people's attention spans are shot. I help many people change their lives. Your reticular activating system, your attention span. So I utilize multiple outlets to reach a plethora of different people that are out there in the world. And I utilize Facebook and I utilize YouTube. And it's just different modalities and different things. And I could clearly see, like there's Facebook posts and it is a little bit less of an attention span, whether it's a reel or it's just a written post. And that's the level of I it's not like I don't consume short form content. I do and post it, but there are people that they can only look. And that's why you'll see the trolling, you'll see more on those low level things. It's the low level things. But people that could focus their attention through a 40-minute podcast, people that could really digest things. There are certain things in life, you say, I'm very interested in this, and I watch an hour-and-a-half documentary on it. That's how you have to be wired. If you are not able to do this, and then you have to be strong, because if you don't say to yourself, you know what, this is just the way it is, so I just have to go back. And you must keep going. Africa, I don't know why, but thank you for bringing it up. I'm so grateful. There are weird things that are happening in the algorithm. If you hit the like button, I'm grateful for that. And I told one of my friends this. He was looking for a video of mine, and if you really enjoyed this channel today, just, you see that little circle with my face, just hit that circle and watch just even one other video on my channel, and that is then going to restore the algorithm so those videos will pop back, and then you won't be able to have to dig so more for those videos. So if this message does resonate with you today, take the time to watch another video, and that simple thing is going to help that. Yeah, PG-17, I appreciate that. I'm so grateful for the full community hitting the like button, saying, yeah, we got to get the truth out today. I'm so grateful for you guys bringing it up, and this is the way of the world. And I'm here to show other people, keep doing you, hold the frequency, and never sell your soul, and keep doing the right thing, because there are quick fixes in life, and if you are true to yourself and your mission, it lasts. Annette Jones, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I'm so grateful for the support. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you. So you must hold this new belief. Like nothing is going to, I already know the breakthrough is out there. I already know that righteousness is going to change in the world. Some people, they see all these crazy things on the TV, all this stuff. It's always darkest before the dawn. Sometimes in life, there are real, actual things that are happening to you. On my journey, I had to go through very tough times. But it was about the man that I became. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. The chat's blowing up. Everyone, let us know where you are watching from. We're a global community. Isn't that great? I always say this. There's people in Australia, the furthest part of the world. And I think they're going to sleep right now at night, you know. And we do the grand risings here, right? Bring back the night streams. You have to be flexible in life. People that watch me on a consistent basis, they see that I'm flexible. It's so important. Represents neuroplasticity. You know, being on YouTube and so with the algorithms. See, like you're going to do a certain post, and then you have to be a certain type, and then you're going to be held in a box. And no, if I got to do live streams or world famous videos or even the YouTube shorts. And it's always a new representation. Yeah, so this is called neuroplasticity, building new neural pathways in the brain. And when you look at it and you say, wow, you know what? I need to be free. This whole journey that I have been on, and anyone that's hearing this is about your freedom. Your freedom. And that's why you must stop. Stop. Wait a minute. It is almost impossible, and it's very difficult. That's why this is the evidence when people say, I just can't manifest this. This is because it's running in the background. And if you cannot stop assuming, that beast machine that's running in the background, you are not the mask that society told you to wear. The way that this world is not the way that mainstream media portrays it to you. And now you also have social media influencers that, because again, it's just the way of the world. People are addicted to fear. Hey, you got some of that fear for me? No, we don't have that for you here. Ronnie writes facts, Michael. I appreciate you, Ronnie. Thanks for always being here. So then, what have you actually done at the end of the day, right? You're going to be at the end of this life, and you are building up a spiritual bank account. And this spiritual bank account is in the Akashic records. So everything that you did in life, okay, so what did I do? I put others in fear, right? What's the money worth? What are these things worth? None of those things. This whole game of life is figuring out who you are and becoming that, and the becoming and the embodiment of that. The becoming and the embodiment of that. And so you were gaslit. You have these things that are running in the background. You might be ashamed. I'm literally, and sometimes I feel like if I say this, you know, people, so these are the things that you're going to have to listen to coming up, because it's going to have a negative connotation that is residing in the subconscious because other people in society said these things. Like I said earlier, money is hard to come by. A lot of us were given that as a kid, and it kept us in a limitation of wealth. Sophia Clark, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for your daily teachings. So much appreciation. I appreciate you, Sophia Clark. It means a lot. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate the community. And this is how we are focused on what we wanted to become and doing it regardless of what is on the outside. Remember, if you keep focusing on that one thing, you have created an echo chamber. And that echo, it's going to keep coming back to you. In life, you hear that echo that comes back. There's a bolt of lightning, boom. And then that echo comes back. When that sound reflects off the dome of the firmament. I saw another whole documentary talking about lightning. When the lightning cracks and you hear the echo, it's echoing off the firmament. Isn't that interesting? Or as Tesla called it, the ionosphere. And this is the broadcast frequency, right? We're all antennas broadcasting the frequency. And the mainstream media did you learn something new? Hit the like button. The chat's exploding right now, right? So even myself, like we didn't realize these things. You're going to learn a lot on this channel. You'll learn a lot on this channel. So this echo chamber that we're in, which is the Schumann resonance, the frequency that we're living in, boom, 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 boom. It's echoing back. That negativity that you put, it might echo back to you. So there are certain things that you have to install into your consciousness, and you assume these things. Don't. So I'm gonna stop everyone. This is not cocky. I know certain things are gonna be taken a certain way, right? But if you don't do these things, you're going to continue and allow miserable people. We talked about this yesterday. That video's exploding from yesterday. Allow miserable people to be miserable. You do you. Neville Goddard said you have to stop being concerned with people that actually don't care about you. You go out there, you're a beautiful empath, and you're concerned about all these loser people. And then you lost your manifestation, okay? Neville Goddard taught us about this. Got to be a light warrior right now. There are many people that are the light workers of the world. They go out there, and then you have negative people. They get in your head. One of the things you have to focus on, people love to pay me. In mainstream society, and in the lack and limitation mindset, and people might hear this and say, no, people love to pay me. And you feel, right, because we all grew up in this, we are respectful people. This was one of the talking points in yesterday's podcast, and this is why you see negative people, bad people. They have all the wealth because they have no internal conflict. So you might be a good person, and you say, oh well, I don't know how I feel about this, and this is the program. Okay, your high command is giving you the programs. You have to say, people love to pay me. They absolutely love to pay me, and in the subconscious. If you feel that's wrong, then that is what comes back to you. The law of assumption. And this is how you start to, when there are people, number one, you want to have a vocation. That's level one. Not that, oh, okay, I do all the stocks and, there's people, we're not talking about people that take advantage of other people's money and, oh, I'll get you the stocks and I'm going to get a cut and all this other stuff, right? We've all had friends and some of my buddies, we reflect that, and people get triggered by this type of work. We're not talking about that. If you're doing good work, maybe you have a great product that's healing people, making their lives better. People love to pay me for this. Certain products that I buy and supplements, right? They're good. I love to pay them. I love to pay for those things. So you, the person that's people love to pay me for what I teach. People love to pay me for whatever it is. Women love to worship me. Beautiful women. When you go out in the world and you meet a divine feminine that loves you, she loves to worship you. And it's such a beautiful feeling. If you feel that, because the nasty people on social media, because they want you to be miserable like you. Women love to worship me, brothers. When you have that woman, she's so sweet. She's not playing a game. She's not playing a game. She absolutely loves you. She gives you love. She makes you feel great. That's what you need. Women love to worship me. Not in a sense, oh, you got to scrub the floors and all this other stuff. No. And then all of a sudden, those are the women that show up in your life. The women that make you feel good. Not the women that stress you out, brothers. Not the women that you got to say, not up in here. Got to feel so light. Because if you feel like that's wrong, you are going to constantly attract the law of assumption. Here comes the negative parasites, the miserable people. So this is also connected to yesterday's lesson that's exploding. Check it out. Oh, here comes the negative people again. The divine feminine. I see this meme in the world. And this is why I also do like the short form content. I see the meme, and there's one, right, the Instagram model with her implants out and taking the selfie and the duck lips and barely any clothes on, and she gets all the likes. And there's the divine feminine, such a beautiful, right, classy. And she has something to give to the world. She's so smart, and she don't got no likes on her post. She don't got no likes on her post. This is where the change. So what we have to do is we can't say, only because I'm telling you, the hermetic principle of rhythm. Once people start waking up, all of a sudden. This is such a big there's a shift that's occurring in the world. And again, you could do those things. Everyone could do whatever they want. But again, there is something that is underneath. There is something that is underneath. A hum. And the hum is, and if you cannot stop the hum that's running in the background, you could never change your life. You came, you saw. But again, we are supposed to conquer. We are you can't apologize for things. Again, the law of assumption. If you assume that through your greatness, you are going to trigger other people, and you leave yourself small, you're finished. You have to rise up, and you have to know them by their fruits, and you have to know your God-given gifts. And during this time period, if you can't stop assuming, then it's just going to come back again. We're all just big kids, Kenna. And that's what Jesus actually was trying to get people to understand. You had to be childlike. You are the creator. But people worshiping all these other people, everything outside of them. The kingdom of heaven is inside of you. And until you fix the law of assumption, until you was the kingdom of heaven, wow, I have it's me. I have the ability to create heaven on earth. I have this ability. But if you assume that the world is always out to get you, I'm telling you the truth. I have seen the change. There are programs in this world that is reflecting the frequency that is going to come back to you. And there is a lot of negativity that is out there. And years ago, I really, because other people were yapping in my ear. Oh, it's negative, this, and then the gossip. Until you assume that the world is here to support me, and where you will fall back is the checkpoint, resistance point. When you actually see the opposite, you must stop assuming creation is already done. Creation is already done. It's already done. So the main idea is it is very high right now. You must hold the new belief regardless of what you see in the outer world. Certain things that used to work for you, they're not working for you anymore. The background programming changed. If you assume it's, again, the stuff that you see, it is representation of the previous version of yourself, and then people will revert right back. This is where you have to be a light warrior. This is where you have to be strong. This is where you have to be the empowered empath, or as Carl Jung says, as you go through the process of individuation. There are people that are going to complain about you because you are beyond them. And just like a mirror, they see you and they want to stop you, and they get so aggravated. Say, good, look at the clowns. Look at the clowns. When you see this, you say, oh, the universe, bring in the clowns. Bring in the clowns. This is how it is. Diane writes, let them complain. Just make sure they get TF out of your way, Diane. Just make sure they get out of it. And I see it, and this is why, until you reach this place, you will loop again. It's imperative that you know this. Stop the cycle today. Janine, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Michael, for always teaching us to stand in our strengths and light. I appreciate that, Janine. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, and you're going to see this because you're going to get this information. Reset algorithm. Find all different places where there is empowerment. Not people doing the gossip. Oh, I'm going to do the gossip. Doom is coming for those people. Do you understand? Do you understand what's coming? The activation. The reckoning. I said the reckoning. It's a real reckoning that's coming. The reckoning is very natural. Because when that hermetic principle of rhythm, that pendulum has swung so far, that tsunami wave is coming crashing down, baby. So I love each and every one of you. I hope this message inspires you. Again, a little bit of a different message for the community today. And if it really changed your life, I'm so grateful if you hit the like button. And I'm grateful if you listened to the end. You could have listened to anything else out there, and you chose to listen to this. And I'm very grateful for that. Hit me up on Facebook. I have new content coming out on Facebook today. I'm so grateful for the community on Facebook. And leave a comment down below. What else would you like to learn about? As I shared earlier, check out at least one of the other videos, or you could binge watch today. But a lot of people have been, in recent times, have experienced a very strange a change in their stomach, in their solar plexus. It's something that's riveting through the world. Maybe it calls you to listen to that. Maybe you're hearing that and you say, yeah, you know what? I'm feeling a change in my stomach. So we have all the information in a beautiful package waiting for all of you. I love you all. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop assuming. Stop listening to the NPCs. Stop not believing in yourself. You got to change this. You got to do it now. You got to get strong. All right. I love you guys. Stay empowered. Bye for now.